Hello, Lagos. Welcome to Dailies today here on Nigeria Info 99.3. The second part of the show. I'm Sheriff Quadry.
I'm Jimi. Disu. Good morning.
Right, you can watch the show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99. Just search for Nigeria Info on Facebook and on YouTube. You'll be able to watch us live. That's right. Let's begin. Let's begin. The Punch newspaper, page 3. That is where we're picking our first story from. Opposition fumes as Tinubu makes 15th foreign trip in 2025.
Why don't go again? No?
Don't go.
This time, it is couched as part of his leave, I don't think I want to waste too much time talking about this. I think we've just about said everything that needs to be said. I don't think I look at the president as somebody who doesn't care what you say. He does what he feels. He couldn't be bothered. The part that bothers me, though, is how people very, very close to him have not advised this man to go spend out time to take proper care of his health. He's not a small. I don't know his age. Of course, his age is controversial, but he's not a small boy. At my own age, I know the way I feel. I feel that it behoves on the family, friends and close associates and those who love him to tell him to go sit down and take care of his health. You know, yes, in and out of hospital there and there. I don't know what kind of life that is. I'm being very personal. Now, this has nothing to do with whether everyone likes him or not. Somehow, I find it embarrassing. Every minute he's hopping on a plane. You can't couch it any other way. Everybody knows it's a medical problem. There's no point making a big fuss about it. And therefore, those who claim to love him, his family, he wanted to be president. He's been president. For example, why not take out a 6-week holiday, do your medicals, take a proper holiday? You say he's on a working leave. All because you don't want to hand over to the vice president for a week or two. And that's part of the Nigerian culture. The only person that I've seen do it that I remember, I think Sheyi in Ibadan, and I think the other man in Imo. Otherwise, it's part of the bitter pill that our leaders have swallowed. These things don't belong to you. They don't belong to you. And if he was a member of my own family, I would have locked him up somewhere. I said, look, go for 6 weeks. Do your medicals and take a proper holiday. But all kinds of permutations will come in. What is wrong in handing over to your vice president and going and getting this thing done once and for all? Sometimes the president will disappear from the radar. Sometimes, and I wonder, what is all this in aid of? I don't believe in any system that relies on one man. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. And I think it's a wrong mindset. And it's a wrong way for things to be done. But there you are. He's gone again, and as far as I'm concerned, I wish him a safe journey back. Everybody has a right to live his life the way he wants to. But at the expense of what? At the expense of what? How this is a country that needs a hands-on leader. The other day I was saying to Governor Sanwo-Olu, since he resumed about 6 years ago, he has refused to go on leave. In fact, anytime we are carrying out reforms, we must make it compulsory. In some countries, it is compulsory that you go on leave and hand over, so that you can go and rejuvenate yourself. The story here says that he's on a working leave. I think that's what it was described as. That
they're working vacation.
What is working? Do you want to work the man to death? I'm going on a vacation now for 2 weeks. And guess what? Sheriff is here. I never discussed with him what's going to happen when I'm gone, because one day I will surely go. Why do we behave as if everything relies on? Unless he asks me. I never ask him, what are you going to do when I'm gone? No. Because one day I'll be gone. You know, the things that I don't know, the things that we Let's just move on to the other story. The president is gone away. He's gone on a working leave. He hasn't handed over to the because when you say you're going on a working leave, it means you're still working.
Mm-hmm. They said it there that
Yes.
the president will be working.
Will be working. So what next now? Go and check out the airlines. You see bookings, people rushing to be with the president, to see him about this and about that. How can you live your life like that? There are a lot of things I don't understand, Terry. At 70, I know I've limited by more than half the things that I do. And you go on vacations to rejuvenate yourself. But in Nigeria, it's never the same. I don't know, Daddy. Let's move on to something else. Oh, yeah, no.
I refuse to move on.
Honestly, Sheriff, I don't know whether it's a Nigerian thing or an African thing. You're always afraid of your shadow. That's what it is. I don't know how you would pick a vice president or a vice chairman or this and that, and you don't have the confidence. What do you think would happen? What could happen? Nothing really. Honestly. Achibado did it once. The worst that happened was that he outshone his Oga. And so what? His Oga was still the president till the end.
Mm-hmm. So that to me, I think also this 15th trip in 2025 alone, that underscores something to me.
Underscores something.
And I think it's a pointer to what everybody should be talking about. Like, what could it have been if we had elected a younger president? How could it have been?
See, that is why this now comes into question. What would it have been if we had a healthier and agile president? Because whether you like it or not, Sheriff, the Nigerian system is hands-on. For a president has to sign up. Look at how many things we've had to take back. Look at how many decisions have had to be overthrown. This is part of the effect. You cannot, this man could not have been working from the day he was sworn in and said subsidy is over till today without a break. When he's going on leave, you say it's a working leave. He's going with files again. And the thing is that the people surrounding this man are wicked. Because it's not even good for his health.
It's not good for his
It's
health.
not good for his health. It's not good for his health. It's not good for his nation. It's not good for the nation. And if you had good friends, if you had good family, they tell you, no. Okay, this is what you are going to do. But it's never like that. They will start again this morning, you see.
No, they've started.
They've started already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the Vanguard newspaper. Opposition mounts against FG's 5% tax on petrol, diesel.
Tell you if I'm on break. Because when I saw this, I said to myself, do you want to tax Nigerians to death? Because what it means, whether any which way you look at it, it means that there is a 5% increase in the price of fuel. Whose removal of subsidy people haven't yet gotten over. So what are we talking about? So what do you want me to say about this now?
They'll be taxed next year, starting January.
They'll be taxed next year. The new tax regime is
next
coming.
year.
What is most painful about it all is that you don't see a reflection in it. The roads are still bumpy. You don't see a reflection. The health services are virtually down, and you still see a lot of luxury living. Because look, it's difficult to tell the average man, said the president is going on working leave, on plane, no long born, he's going on the luxury plane. It's these things, the optics don't look good. If he had locked himself in to say that yes, nobody goes out, no, whatever, all of us. Do you know? Yesterday he went, a group of people escorted him to the plane, and they'll go back. They'll escort him back. Do you know the number of even officials that have traveled first class all the way to because he's on a working leave.
Right. Right.
And
the president won't be working by himself.
You do these things and you want people to tighten their belt. How how far tight are we going to go? Before we are squeezed, the life is squeezed out of us. I think that this is what it is, and the government needs to be careful. You are taking Nigerians for granted.
That's what you think?
Yeah, you are taking Nigerians for granted because already now there is somebody says that he says we'll mobilize Nigerians against it. JAF vows, and it might be very easy to do. I think the president needs to be very careful. There's a limit to which you can continue to tax people now. There's a limit to which you can begin to make life. Don't forget, is when you say petrol, you think of car owners. It is what runs it's the petrol that runs generators, that runs the roller.
That's right.
What's the English word for
grinding machine?
Is it
grinding machine? It's grinding machine.
Now look at the story that follows again.
That's right. This story here on page 6 of the Vanguard. Ex-soldiers protest again in Abuja over unpaid benefits.
Again, I think once I'm back from vacation, I'll bring those people back again. At least they are -1 now. Unfortunately. The story says that a group of discharged Nigerian soldiers on Thursday resumed protests in Abuja demanding the payment of their long-time overdue. Why is it so? Look, this is what I expect the government to do. If you are not going to pay these people, so be it. If you think they are not entitled to it, tell us. These ex-soldiers that I've had here have been here from the day I stepped into this studio. That's about 4.5 years ago. And 4.5 years ago now, one dead, the rest to go. They still haven't gotten their benefits.
They still haven't.
And we still haven't heard a reasonable explanation as to why. The demonstration was staged at the Ministry of Finance, where the former servicemen accused the government authorities of neglect and failure to honor their commitments. These are discharged Nigerian soldiers who put their life on the line for this country. They recalled that after a meeting with officials of the Ministries of Defense and Finance on the 4th of August, they were assured their benefits would be paid by the 10th of August. What's today's date?
Today is 5th of September.
One of the protesters, identified as Mama G, said they were compelled to return to the streets after those promises were broken. We are here because the promises made to us were never fulfilled. We had no choice but to return to the street. This time around, the protests will be massive. And as of the time of filing the report, the Ministry of Defense and the Military Pension Board had yet to issue an official response. Why is it such a day of
interesting stories? What's Nobi?
You do Nobi. Today is Nobi now.
Maulud Nobi, okay.
Yes, let me go and.
Oh, man, can Lord Nobi.
One man say no. They might not be. There'll be ceremonies now. There'll be just somewhere to just cool my brain off from all this. As soon as I saw this one, I had a headache. The man is off again. What he said is the 15th time.
The 15th time
this year. So it goes beyond an average of once a month.
Right.
Oh man, learn of you.
Go sing or to you one learn of you.
Oh no, man, learn of you. I might have used the wrong phrase, but there's usually
it's just a commemoration, though.
It's a commemoration, but there's usually, when I was small, I remember I used to go. My parents, there was something that was organized somehow.
I don't think you're going on with me over there.
It's better than this one. This one, I cannot be good.
Okay.
But wait, I wish we could run this program for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Because I need to understand what is wrong with us as Africans. Why a man, for example, will have a deputy but refuse to just hand over to him What could he do? Can you tell me?
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen? He can't plan a coup. He can't take over government. Indeed, if you hand over to him, if he takes any decisions that you don't like, when you come back, you can, after you've overturned your own decisions many times. So overturning that of your vice president shouldn't be any big deal. Before the man comes back, he can't. If he makes a certain request for certain sums of money, the ministry officials will delay him till you resume. Oh, sorry, sir, we can't find the second signatory. Sorry, sir, we can't. There's enough balance for all that. I think we need to make it. Look at the governor of Lagos has not gone on any official vacation. He has not gone on leave. His deputy, he's been there for 6 years. His deputy doesn't even have a taste. Let he too have something to do. He doesn't have a taste of what it is to be governor. Is that how to run a country? Whereas if you stretch yourself too far, if you don't remove yourself, you'll be removed.
Do you think public officials, public office holders should be compelled?
That's what I said. We should put it in the constitution. I think it's in Japan now. I might be wrong, but I think it's Japan. I heard way back. You must go on vacation. You must dedicate one day to sports. A half day to sports. You must take siesta. I mean, it's. But look, at 70 now, you need to see the way I've had a complete change of lifestyle. And this man is 70. I mean, I don't know.
Well, of course, the president is more than 70.
He's older than me. He's older than me. So what is it? And he has health challenges. It's known. It is known. It has health challenges. And the country needs a vibrant move. This country, that's why when I say to people that I'm not going to support any candidate that is less than 60, they say he's biased. Of course I'm biased. This country cannot continue to be ruled by old 40 doddies of my age. No. And unfortunately, it's a hands-on country. It's not a country that has a virile civil service it's a hands-on country. Everything. President issues instruction, for example, says between here and Benin Republic, I don't want to see any. Even during Obasanjo's time, they didn't obey it. If the Lagos State issues a law, the governor has to go out one day, ask Fashola all the problems he went through running Lagos during his time. This country needs a hands-on person, and we continue to lie about it. We continue to be nice about it. We continue to tell ourselves, refuse to tell ourselves the truth.
You know, you said something quite instructive a moment ago about, when the president travels like this, officials would have to go with him and all of that. People don't know how deep that statement is.
If we were people who monitored these things, you need to know how much it costs the nation.
Exactly my point.
If he says that he's going
exactly my point.
They carry files to meet him. He has meetings there and so on and so forth. The only thing he doesn't do is have the Federal Executive Council in whichever country he's going. So if he's going on leave, let's go on leave and hand over to the next man. Why is that so difficult to do? Why is it impossible? Somebody needs to tell me. It's a pity I'm going on leave. It's a question I would have put out to Nigerians tomorrow, next week.
Next week, Abi.
That what is the worst that can happen? Somebody should tell me what is the worst that can happen if you hand over to, because and it's across the board. It's not peculiar to him. Jimi Makinde is the only governor I've known who has said I'm going on leave and handed over. That's a decent thing to do. It's also for self-preservation. He will go on holiday, he will go on a cruise, go on whatever, and he comes back refreshed. I don't know.
7:51 from our studios, Lagos. Good morning. If you're just tuning in, if you're in traffic, thank you for staying with us. If you're watching online, thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to watch online, go to Facebook and YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch online. And drop your comment. Let's see what you've got to say on these headlines. Let's go to Vanguard, page 7. Police appoint CSP Hyundai new force PPRO.
Yes. The formal release was mentioned, and like we said yesterday, we wish him all the best. I think we gave him some advice yesterday. Don't pander. Your job is not to protect the Inspector General. Your job is to be a spokesperson of the police force and do so responsibly without appearing to be a lapdog. For example, Mr. Hundeyin, you don't need to put, every time you mention the name of the Inspector General, you don't need to put the various degrees that he has. That's not how it is done. Check other countries, check other situations, check the private sector. You don't need to put every day Inspector General is, and then when you sign off again, you put all your degrees and whatever. That's not the way it is done. That is not decent. It's called vanity. It's called vanity. These little things matter. And your Twitter handle is personal. Your Twitter handle is your official Twitter handle. You shouldn't use it as a personal one. Whether you are a prince of this or a prince of that, it has nothing to do with your job at the police force. These little things we would try to explain to Mr. Hundeyin. He did, as far as I'm concerned, he did a good job. Though I find it surprising that I never met him in Lagos. Because I would have thought that a police PRO in Lagos State, for example, would make a tour of the media houses. And for a man, for example, who does news analysis from 7 to 7:30 every morning, you should have a relationship with him in case something, he can easily put a phone call to you. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
The late
I do.
the late guy who died in Access Bank is the kind of relationship we had with him, and a few people like that, MTN and so on and so on. Well, they sponsor this, but it's important. Don't lock yourself in. In the presidency now, you will find out that he's not in support of the president. Nobody interacts with him. Stupid. Because, and that is why they should go and let. I can't remember who was Shagari's SSA press or whatever they call press secretary at that time. He had a very good relationship with the Tribune, even though it was owned by Awolowo. But these ones like the comfort zone of preaching to the converted. Sheriff, I don't know. It's a pity I'm retired. There are some jobs I would have loved to do now, just to set an example.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So, how these things are done. But I wish you all the best. The police belongs to us. We belong to the police. The police and we, all of us, should be friends. So it's not battle all the time. Hundeyin should quickly make a friend of Showore for his peace of mind.
He's got his work cut out for him.
But it's important. The information unit doesn't belong to the office of the IG. It's for the Nigerian police force. And
That's
therefore,
right.
you do your job and stop sucking up to people or making enemies out of certain persons who you believe are critical of your boss. That's not the way it is.
Yes, indeed. Let's take our last story. Ebonyi bans graduation ceremonies for nursery primary schools.
I think we should do so nationwide. It's becoming ridiculous. You send a 3-year-old to nursery school, and then a year later he's wearing some gown and they're doing some kind of graduation. I think Ebonyi has said it doesn't make sense. The whole concept is bad. Even mechanics now do graduation ceremony. They put on, sewing institutes, all of them, they put on wig, gown and whatever. So Ebonyi has said no, nursery and primary schools, nothing like that. When I was in school, it wasn't like that. You'd look forward to the day you'd be a university graduate and wear the gown. In those days, nobody does that now, I hope. You place the photograph for everybody. Everybody can see it. But we because at the end of the day, we are making a mockery of everything.
We make a show out of everything.
Mockery itself, show fine, but mockery is worse. I'm on holiday. I'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, but you're coming tomorrow now.
Yes, unfortunately, I have to come because of Mrs. Adeni. They had their 1 week of what do you call it now? They had 1 week of
this seminar retreat.
Domestic, yes. And I'm supposed to be the ambassador of one kind. So Because of that, I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
But after that, I'll be back with Ben.
Excuse me.
No phone calls, no tweets, nothing.
You know I don't disturb you now. If you anytime you go on,
I don't disturb you either. I don't disturb you either.
I don't. I just want you to have that rest.
Whatever I put your love for, 1 and 2 see. I'll see you at night.
All right, Lagos. That's our show this morning. Thank you for being part of it. Let's continue with our conversation of the morning. Because this morning's 8 o'clock conversation, we'll start with the Lagos Food Bank. This good stuff that they do, feeding people who need food and everything. We'll talk about how the operations are going and how they've been able to keep it up for this long. Then in the second half of the show, we'll talk vulture.
Vulture, okay. Let me get out of there.
7 p.m. Don't knack, na yellow clock be that.
Yes, so better don't come as the MTN Mega Billion promo don't land and your number fit win up to 5 million naira jackpot every Monday to Friday and up to 10 million naira jackpot every Saturday.
Just dial star 900 ash to join and recharge your MTN line before 5 p.m. every day. Make you for increase your entries. The more you recharge, the more entries you go get and increase your chances of winning.
Oh yeah, recharge now and stand a chance to win. Oh, now September 16th promo go finish.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.